Wait, where is it? Where are we? Oh. Let's see, is it? Hi, I'm Maureen Tara Nelson of MTN Matchmaking. And look who we have live! Dr. Dave.
Thank you.
How exciting is this?
Happy to be here.
Great. So we might only have time for one question because we have a very, very busy weekend. So why don't we get started, and I'll wait for Ruth to let us know if I have more time. Okay. Pick any question.
Okay.
Remember, we told you last week we had a big surprise that Dr. Dave would be here in the house personally, and here he is.
Well, I think that we talked about this a little bit, but still, it's an interesting question. Someone asked, if the physical connection is incredible, should I ignore the red flags? The answer: physical chemistry can cloud the judgment, certainly faster than anything else. So really, let me be clear about this. What excites you is not always what's good for you.
Yes. Yes, and the red flags will always be there, and you need to be compatible and have chemistry. So the chemistry part is great, but if you're not compatible, it's not going to work.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say that it's easier to stay than it is to move on, but if you're staying together knowing there's red flags, you're settling, and they're not going to stop. You said it before.
Yep.
Red flags don't go away, remember? That was
Right.
brilliant.
They're ingrained.
Yes. So, hey, Asa, and hi to Dr. Dave.
Hi, Asa. How are you?
Everybody needs an Asa. Okay, so let's go to another one. Why we try to have as many. No, maybe that one? Or did we do that? Oh, that's the one we did, okay. And we'll just do this one, that part. Okay.
So, a single confessed, I am entertaining multiple people, but only truly interested in one who barely gives me any attention. Why?
Okay. So, again, the compatibility and chemistry, which it always comes down to, that person has or thinks they have chemistry with the people that are not really paying attention to him or her, and that means that person's giving him or her a takeaway. And when you give someone a takeaway, guess what? They want to do it more. That's sales 101. So that's what's happening, that the person likes these people and they don't care either way, and that just makes him or her like them more. But then it sounds like they have someone who's great that they're just, not giving a chance to. Whereas that's the person that you should be looking at, because I have seen with thousands of success stories over my 25 years that compatibility breeds chemistry, but not the other way around. Anything you want to add?
No. No, I think you covered the bases just fine.
Okay. All right, so let's go to another one. Oops. I just called a client by mistake, so. Let's see. Oh, this is a good one.
So it has written down the first 4 words. This one is bold. A single asked, how soon is too soon to become intimate if I want something serious?
Right.
I would just say this. Intimacy is wonderful, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to jump into bed with somebody. There's lots of things you can get intimate with. Thoughts, the way you live your lives, what you want your lives to look like in the future. Mm-hmm. I think sometimes people make the mistake of falling in love in the bedroom, which is not a bad place to fall in love, but
That's chemistry.
at the same point in time, where are the other building blocks that you need to have a solid relationship going forward?
That's compatibility.
So,
And that's why you need both.
right.
And so,
Keep in mind, I'm not the matchmaker here, she is.
but you're the doctor who gives great advice. And so, if you're looking for a committed relationship, ladies especially, the worst thing in the world to do is to jump into bed and be too easy on your future husband. Because future husband does not want to tell his grandkids one day, hey, guess what? Your grandma put out on the first date. Okay? So just think of it as those terms. Now, just say you're recently divorced and you have a divorce party and you're young and you decide to, take up to a 3-year wild phase, okay? I'm okay with that because you're not looking for a committed relationship then. And nor would a person like that even call MTN matchmaking. So we do have people that call up and ask things like this, and I just say, come back when you are looking for a committed relationship. Because when you're ready for that, you want to really develop that relationship into something very special. And by getting to know each other and seeing if you're compatible, and if you are, then adding in the intimacy. I mean, that's just perfect.
Yeah. I think a lot is played out in the movies and played out in high schools and played out in the TV. I think that you should, one, trust yourself because you're very, very good at knowing what's good and knowing what's right. And the time frame should be on your time frame, not on somebody putting pressure on you for your time frame.
Yes. And if someone's putting pressure on you, never, ever have sex with that person.
Sex will always be there, but firm building blocks in a relationship will add to the intimacy value of having sex.
Perfectly said. Fabulous. Now, would you like to do my next 2 interviews?
No, I'm retired. And I like being retired.
Okay. So one more, and then I have not heard back, so we better err on the side of caution, and we can finish these together ourselves. How about that?
Sure.
Okay. So we'll do one more. Okay, I like this. Someone wrote in that, because we kind of answered it already, that they go back to the same person even though they know it doesn't work, but why can't they stop? Okay? That happens a lot, and it's because, and I said it earlier with a different question, that it's easier to stay in a relationship that you know doesn't work. It's harder to break up that relationship, even though it's not great. It's easier to stay rather than to be single all over again and have to start from point A and see if you can even find someone. So that's why a lot of people settle, and life is too short for that. There is a lid for every pot. So if you or when you're ready for a committed relationship, never think that it's impossible, because that's what matchmaking is. We do that for qualified singles. So don't fall into that trap of just staying together because it's easier. Because sooner or later it will end, and then it's not going to be easy then. Now it's easy, okay? But when it actually ends, no relationship is easy when you go through the breakup part.
I mean, I would just say this. Going back to the same person is your safe zone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You feel safer there. And you know in your heart of hearts, it gives you a little bit of what you need at the time in which you go back to, but you also know that it's not going anywhere, and you know that at some point in time you're going to get off the on-ramp and go a different direction. And I would tell you, what you need to say to yourself is, I'm worthy of something better, something stable, a better guy. And they're all out there. Believe me, they're out there. And all you have to do is value yourself, and it'll all fit into place. And listen to what she says.
Or hire a matchmaker, and I'll do it for you. How easy is that?
That is the easiest way, no question.
Okay, so have a great weekend, and most people are going to watch this later on. So hi to everyone who watches it later, especially Cindy, because she's so nice. And if you have any questions on this, just drop them in the comments below, and we will read them. We will answer them later. Okay, so have a great weekend. Bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you for listening.